So I think, and maybe it's simplifying things a little bit more. I know one of the things we talked about last time we got together was tracking everything in advance. That was the one
Mm-hmm.
thing. So the one thing I would say is, if obviously if you have not prepped what you're going to be eating,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you need to do. As they say, success leaves clues. If we look at the most successful people when it comes to diet, exercise, weight loss, fitness, they don't make it up as they go.
No.
Every now and then, yes, but the majority of the time, when we talk about 80/20, 80% of the time, their meals are planned out. They know what they're going to eat. So
Yeah.
you have if you haven't prepped, if you haven't planned, what you I would say, look at your week and where can you put aside time to do that. Now, oftentimes we look at the time as, well, the time I'm prepping, that's just time, but you also want to think about how much time does that free up for you, how much mental space and energy does that free up for you throughout the rest of the week. So if I take, let's say, 3 4 hours on a Sunday, every Sunday, 3 to 4 hours to plan and prep my food. Well, that's 3 to 4 hours that I sacrificed on Sunday, but that's going to give me back so much time throughout the course of the week, because now I don't have to think, I don't have to cook, I don't have to do anything. Everything
Right.
is done already. So I think we look at it that way, that think more about the time you're going to get back from prepping than the time you're going to lose once a week prepping or having to cook every single day. Um,
Right.
so figure out what you're going to eat in advance and start tracking it. Because again, the only way you create a habit is through repetition. But
Right.
it's required that you do it when you don't want to do it.
Because there's no way out of the hard work. And then I'm giving myself excuses while you're doing half the hard work. And it's, yeah. So
Well,
good job. Like I feel like I'm just being too lenient with myself. Like you
yeah.
said, success leaves clues. I don't want, like, this is a lifestyle change. I want this to be a lifestyle change. And I want, when people look at me, to see that I'm successful in my business. I'm disciplined. I am hardworking. And I feel like I've done that in my business with consistency. And I want to do this like in my personal life with my consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to lead a life of excellence in every area,
Mm-hmm.
not just some, because
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's important. I just think it's important. I'm trying to do that like with all areas of my life,
Yeah.
to be organized, and but it's a lot. Like, it is hard work all the way around. If you're a well-rounded person,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard work.
This is true.
uh, it's hard work. But
Mm-hmm.
I just think that, like, why would I not prioritize myself? Why do I always put, oh, everything else before me? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, it's coming, but at the same time, I clearly don't put my health ahead of everything else, which, if I'm not healthy, then I'm not going to be able to do all of the other things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think part of it is, well, everybody else comes first. Like, yeah, I need to do this, but so and so needs this, and my work needs this, and my family needs this. And yeah, like, there's just not enough time in a day, like, to put me. And I don't want to say me first, because I've never ever been a me first person. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that you still have to have a healthy, like, you do have to put yourself first.
Yeah.
Like your so I guess that's a hard part for me as well, is like, how do you put yourself first? Like, I don't know. So
Well,
I feel like I'm half-assing it, and
yeah.
I don't like it, and I don't want to be selfish, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I don't want to neglect something that I feel like I've neglected for years.
Well, we don't want to be selfish to others, so we find it very easy to be selfish to ourselves. We find it very easy to give everybody what they need
Mhm.
and not give anything to ourselves because we feel like we're doing the noble thing,
Right.
sacrificing what we need and what we want
Right.
for the sake of everyone else. However, I don't necessarily believe that one has to negate the other, and that me
Right.
prioritizing myself means that I can no longer prioritize everything else.
Right.
You know, you can multitask where you can give 100% of yourself to everything, to your work, to your personal life, to your health, to your fitness, but 100% looks different. Like
Right.
100% doesn't mean that you go to work every day and you work every hour of every day. That does not mean 100%. For some people, 100% is part time at 25 hours a week. But
Mhm.
when they're there, they're there. And then when they're
Mhm.
not, they're not. You
Mhm.
know, when I used to have employees that used to work for me, and when they were not at the gym, they were not at the gym. They
Right.
weren't doing anything gym related when they were with their families, when they were doing this, when they were doing that. But when they were at work, they were at work, and they weren't doing anything that was non-work related. So they found a way to, when they were at work, they gave 100% to work. When they were at home, they gave 100% to home.
Right.
You have When they did their workouts, it was 100%. But maybe
Right.
that 100% means 3 to 4 workouts a week, 30 to 40 minutes per workout. When they were 100% with their diet, it was 100%. So I think that it will take a mental shift for you to start to see that I can prioritize myself while prioritizing everything else around me that needs to get done.
Right.
But I think